Division. Division is splitting into equal parts or groups. We also call this fair sharing. The parts of a division problem are the dividend divided by the divisor equals the quotient. And you're going to need to know those mathematical terms to identify the parts of a division problem. Today we're going to talk about dividing tens, hundreds, and thousands. Okay, let's start with dividing by tens. Basically what we do is we look at our divisor, and however many zeros are in the divisor, we cross those out. We crossed off 1, and however many zeros we cross off in the divisor is the same number of zeros we cross out in the dividend. So now we're ready to write a quotient. So what's left over is the 6 divided by the 1. So 6 divided by 1 is 6. So 60 divided by 10 is 6. Take 1 zero off the divisor, take the same amount of zeros off the dividend, and divide what's left over. So you have 43 and 1 left over. So 43 divided by 1 is 43. 1 zero off of the divisor and only 1 zero off the dividend, because you can, if you crossed off only 1, you cross off only 1 in the dividend. So what's left over is 370 divided by 1, which is 370. So 3,700 divided by 10 is 370. Now this divisor has 2 zeros, so we cancel out 2 zeros, and since we took away 2 zeros in the divisor, we're going to take away 2 zeros in the dividend. What is left over is 850 divided by 1, which is 850. Cross off 2 zeros in the divisor, then you need to cross off 2 zeros in the dividend. What's left over is 459 divided by 1, which is 459. Cross off 2 zeros in the divisor, cross off 2 zeros in the dividend. What's left over is 13,905 divided by 1, which is 13,905. Okay. Now we have 3 zeros in the divisor, so we're going to cross off 3 zeros. And since we cross off 3 zeros in the divisor, we need to cross off 3 zeros in the dividend. What's left over is 690 divided by 1, which is 690. Crossing off 3 zeros in the divisor, we'll cross off 3 zeros in the dividend. And what is left over is 8,103,000. 8,103,000. Next, cross off 2 zeros in the divisor, cross off 2 zeros in the dividend. What is left over is 180 divided by 2. 18 divided by 2 is 9, and then there was that 1 zero here, which is we'll put on to our quotient. Finally, there's 3 zeros here in our divisor. We're going to cross off 3. And since we crossed off 3 here, we're going to cross off 3 on the dividend. And what is left over is 240 divided by 2. So 24 divided by 2 is 12. And then we have this 1 zero left over, which we must include in the quotient. And there you have it. That is how to divide by tens, hundreds, and thousands.